circle down square.
Already I'm knowing what you ain't used to. How you set the standards from shit that you used to stoop to. Avoiding all the damage and types that you used to shoot to. Got no room for baggage, little baby, I'm in a coupe too. College educated, so nah, I won't lecture. Self-sabotaging, I won't let you. Figuring it out, no problem, I won't test you. We got plenty time, no pressure. I don't even need much, baby, I make do. Never speaking on nothing I can't relate to. Every time that they cut, they try to...
That is Twan Jackson's Cheat Code. Look him up on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. That is Overall 99. And of course,
Shout out to Twan.
I am joined with
Uniqo Williams. You already know the deal. Holla at your boy.
and it's your boy Zelmay. And we're here, of course, y'all know why we're here. We're talking a review of Kraven the Hunter and a movie that was there. It was there. It happened. It was a movie in time.
It was a thing.
I thought I was going to the movie, and I thought I was going to say, "Free Luigi."
Mm-hmm.
The job is not done. But I left saying, just give him bond. And maybe just like in this movie, you can get kidnapped and you come out a better person.
Yeah. Yep.
Kidnap the execs of Sony, they come out a better person. Maybe even a chameleon.
You can get mauled by a lion and just come out a better person.
Or you can become a chameleon and actually do different roles better.
Come a chameleon. Yeah, you can do that. It's just you gotta have traumatic things happen. You have to lose your finger.
Yeah, and just
you have to lose your finger. So
then meet a doctor, and his name, of course, as hinted in the show, is Miles Warren. If y'all don't know who that is, you're not a Spider-Man fan. But I'm just saying you don't know who he is. You're not.
Well, say it. Why don't you just say it? Who is Miles?
No, I want them to say it in the comments, Joe. They need to tell me.
Oh, y'all should definitely say who is, quote unquote, say the name or the doctor.
Who is my guy, Miles Warren?
Yeah, who y'all think that is? And can Sony do anything to build off of that at all after the way they've currently constructed?
I'm not gonna lie, that's a more interesting character than the one they picked. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, we know that. We know that. We've seen what they did with Noel. We saw that, and so what are we doing? What are we doing?
The Amazing Spider-Man Miles Warren made an appearance. So if you ain't caught, that's a hint for you if you don't know.
I don't even think it's a hint at this point. Like, are y'all gonna do it or not?
Yeah, but let's go. Joe, I want to be positive, so we're gonna start with the positive.
Let's try and be positive. I'm cool with that.
The first thing positive is
the
trailers. That's the most positive thing about this movie. Wolfman looked worse than this movie, so shout out to that. Wolfman looked awful. And February, we had Captain America looks interesting. I'm curious who that character is that kept being in the dark. As well as all the movies we get in March. We had a whole slew of movies coming in March. And other than that, the first 8 minutes is the best thing in this movie of the action sequence. And they literally gave it to us for free on Twitter.
Yeah. First, so explain to me, who is the disappearing guy, or that the drug guy? Who's that guy?
The foreigner? You talking about the foreigner?
Is that what is? That's what he is.
Yeah, he's the foreigner.
I didn't know who that was. I was like, and then
very abstract.
His end was so okay. Like he was doing some cool stuff, right? And it's like, okay, so what else do you do? And then he just took a L. Like he seemed like he was somebody that could have beat them.
He's an assassin mercenary who's like.
But why did he not win in this? Because he seemed to have the most superior powers in this whole movie. Kraven, that's what we're talking about.
Because he got shot in the face with an arrow, Joe.
But he was already doing the other things. Like, why? How could he ever get shot by an arrow based off of the powers they showed us that he had?
So it's for nobody that don't know foreigner power. It's a 10-second trance in which he has to look at the person in the eye, and he has to trance. And he only can, so it's all a trance. He's not really doing anything. The person, like in their mind, slows down. He can just walk around. He's not doing anything fancy. That's why old girl who's far away can shoot him in the face with an arrow, because his trance don't work unless he's like looking in their eye. That's typically how it goes. Sometimes it's a little different, I guess. But
so people just freeze for a second, like Goldo from.
Yes, his power called hypnotic blackout.
Okay. But in the whole time, it really is 10 seconds. So people are just frozen for 10 seconds, right?
Yeah. He's
And he's just walking around.
this movie, I think it
Not
was
at super
3.
speed
So
or anything like that. He's just walking around eating
yeah,
people's like steaks.
yeah. So on the movie, they did a decent job of showing it as a
Okay.
person who did. By the way, I think he should have been in this movie. I think Rhino had no business in this movie. It was so random. Like his dad could have literally, for y'all spoilers alert, if you ain't know this, we already did the non-spoiler. It'll make it make sense. But for a spoiler alert, his dad hired somebody. I'm like, and he basically set him up because Rhino was too powerful for him. So he set him up, and I'm like, what? Didn't he just hire a foreigner who trying to? Why you have to do add all these other
The
characters?
time skips on this show was insane. The time skips are crazy.
It went 10 years. My first thing I do want to talk about some of that. First off, I was like, he left and he just walked away from his brother.
Hmm.
He like, I'm like, why did he leave his brother? He's like, I gotta go now. Why don't you just take him with you? No, I must do this on my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just left his brother and like
That was a thing. It happened.
his brother met him on the way out, and they had nobody to stop them. It wasn't like nobody was chasing him. It ain't like he couldn't go away. And then he went to this boat, and this man said, "You want to run?" He was like, "Yeah." And the man said, "All right, come on board. We finna go to Africa."
Yeah. Are you on the run?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 All
All
right,
right.
I need a boat to Africa, and that dude like this boat.
The boat. So that's why I keep on talking about the bullshit time skips. You talking about a boat that went from London to Africa?
They were like, "Yo,
No,
I
no,
need
it went from London to Russia.
yeah,
Because he went back to Demon and
yeah." Then he somehow went to Africa.
that was stupid.
It's just random. Hey, listen. He got his powers in the most random way. Like he stared at a
Like,
lion and had to stare down. He had to
no,
stare
she
down with a
like how
lion.
did that like she was like, oh, my grandma said give it to somebody that in need one day.
You're gonna know what to do with
Somebody was dying. So I'm just
it.
about to like, hey, drink this. What if it didn't even do anything? Like that
What
was
if he
just
killed him or something like that? Like that man was a colonizer. You did the right thing. Like this is what happened in the movie. Y'all saw it. The guy goes, he stares at a lion. His daddy shoots him, and then the lion maims him, and it takes him to get healed by this. I'm like, why did you maim him? Why didn't you just say follow me? He just maimed. Let me just rip your arm off till you
yeah,
almost dead, and then
that was it.
and I thought the lion was gonna be mystical, but then we found out his dad cut the lion's head off. So I'm like, what the point of this god lion? I thought the lion was a god or something, Joe. I thought the guy was. Did you not think that? Like, oh, this is like a god king lion, and they hyped it up so much. His dad, like, I will become a legend off this, and nobody cared who his dad was.
We saw him in 3 different forms. We saw him like his regular form of mauling people. Then we saw him at like his head form, and then they have him as like his jacket form, his vest form.
And then that would also that makes sense. We'll get to that at the end, but I'm like, okay, so he just mauls him and then say, "Heal him, girl." That's basically what the lion did, and let my blood drop onto him. And as I go back to this man who's going to kill me,
Now, watch this. I can climb trees really fast.
and I run fast like a cheetah, and I'm like,
And man, this is why I called it Pocahontas Stravanov. Is because like I was thinking about just around the river bend. I was thinking about all the Pocahontas songs when I was watching this movie because I'm like, this nigga is one with nature.
Joe, who put Russell Crowe in the Tubi movie?
I don't know.
That's my first one
I
of my
don't
thoughts.
know.
Why is Russell Crowe in the Tubi movie?
I feel
Why do
like
I say that? Because I'm not gonna lie, CGI at times. The action was good. I'm gonna give it credit. Kraven had some good action scenes. Like the fight scene at the beginning is amazing. He had one when they was traveling on the road that was really good. And but the CGI in this movie was it's like this dude was fighting a cartoon, and I got very. I'm like, is he fighting Bugs Bunny? The wildebeest scene was awful. It was so random. I'm like, did they steal this from Lion King? Did they just like steal the like CGI from like the
And now
Mufasa
I'm
movie?
actually kind of scared to go see Lion King at this point because I'm like, man, what if it looks like this?
Disney do better than Sony. I don't know what Sony does. And I want to know how those people killed all those wildebeest. Like it was 4 dudes just shot like 1,000 wildebeest at one time. And then it was nothing but like 8 wildebeest after a while. Did you notice that? Like it was like 100 wildebeest on the ground. Then it was like 5. Joe, you know what else? They never explained to why he's just started randomly killing poachers.
Yeah, well, like, why is he so mad at poachers? Like, why do you just take the horn?
Yo, Joe, he just came from hunting them 30 seconds ago, and they bullshit explanation is gonna be he became one with nature when he took the thing. But I'm like, shouldn't he work through that?
Pocahontas, Stalingrad. That's exactly like, what are we
Joe,
doing?
why he never like we didn't even get the scene if he questioning why his powers doing that, why he doing what he doing. He just went out there and just started
What was in
murdering
that
people.
concoction? What was in that concoction? What
Yeah.
why is he strong now?
I get it though. I get it. Listen, I understand. I know what y'all somebody gonna tell me. He took it and he became one with nature. He had all the vision and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
ain't part of the story of a person growing into a I don't know what he was at the end of the movie. Into a super whatever he is. Isn't it like you have to grow into it? Shouldn't you be like, what's going on? Why do I feel this way? Shouldn't I have a story about how this happened? Why do no? You don't initially go out. Spider-Man didn't come out with his Spider-Man power and just went out there and started slinging webs.
Pretty much.
Tobey Maguire practiced and like, what can I do? Andrew Garfield created spider webs. Like they created them. Like him and Tom Holland, they were like, oh, how are we gonna use these powers that we got now? Let's be creative with it. Tobey Maguire was like, oh, I'm finna get punched by a bully. Oh no, I ain't. Oh, what can I do now? It ain't like, oh yeah, I'm Spider-Man now. I know to go fight justice.
Yeah, you like have to have that like idea already, but like
I felt like we skipped I felt like this movie could have actually been great, but I feel like they just skipped a bunch of just to get to like certain point.
you
And,
agree.
and it was like I'm like, if you focused on the foreigner, his dad, that relationship, and him getting introduced to his powers, and then the ending throughout that whole thing, I felt like you could have came to a character that we all like cared about. But instead, you gave me five different forms of movies, Joe. Like we got an African movie, we got a Russian movie, we got like James Bond.
We have all the we do have all those movies for sure.
We had James Bond. We had like Black Panther. They gave us all of them, and everybody spoke differently. Joe, did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice.
Callisto is speaking in a tone, and you could tell the voice is edited. While talking to other people with voice edited in a different way, while
Yeah, like
talking,
yeah, because Dimitri talked just like his dad. Like they like nigga, that's not Nikolai. That is not something that y'all just did. You're not that good at like being a ventriloquist. There's no way. You sound exactly like your dad. No way.
I didn't mind that as much. I'm just talking about how the different regular people. Why does Calypso sound like she's in another type of movie?
She's yeah,
Like
because
she
like
felt like she was in an
Gabrielle
English
Union
dub.
for a second, and then like, but at the beginning when she's a kid, I can't do it. I don't know.
The movie felt like I was watching different forms of the same movie.
That's fair.
And I'm like, why do I feel like this? And then, like, it's the thing I think with Sony. I, I feel like Sony has broken stories that, like, if you can if you can just put it together on this one focus, you might have something. I don't want to hear James Bond and then this other movie. Just focus. Madam Web had the same problem. When I watched Madam Web, I felt like I saw 3 different movies at one time.
There was a lot of different subject matter there for sure.
Like it kept shifting real quickly to the other one, and this one did the same thing. First, I'm like, Joe, what was his purpose? Was he just there to kill bad guys? Like, I don't want to be like my. What's his goal? Like when I watched this movie, and Uniqo, I want you to help me on this.
I'm with you.
When I watched this movie, was his goal to stop bad people like his father, or was his goal to protect animals? Because I could.
It's very unclear. It's very unclear what the motivation is.
And then the ending. Did he just become a villain and accept that he's like his dad? I'm like, what the fuck?
No, because that even that doesn't make sense.
His dad wrote him a letter like, "What I tell you a long time ago, Dimitri."
You've always known that your dad is who he is, and now you like, and you always fought against that.
And then
he didn't do anything great to make you really be like, yo.
He
didn't do anything with me. You know, I'm about to be just like him. No, this dude, he just went on safari trips, hunted some stuff, and then 100% was like chilling, about to hunt some other stuff. Like, hey, Dad, I found you. Now I'm about to let this bear handle this because this nigga can talk to nature. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
And
What
then
are
he
we
goes
doing?
home and meets Dimitri, who I thought was the best part of this movie. And his brother becomes a chameleon in Spider-Man. Chameleon is Kraven's brother, so it's a very interesting thing. Chameleon ain't he's not. Chameleon's a great villain, by the way. He's not used a lot. I would probably find his story more interesting. But he becomes chameleon and transforms into his brother, and like I could be anybody I want. I could be strong now, brother. And
Mm-hmm.
let's tell the truth, brother. You're more like father than me. You say you hunt with a purpose, but what happened to father? You took his bullets and let a bear maul him because to prove you're stronger than him and that you're the hunter. And throughout the whole movie, he would say, "I'm the strongest and fastest." I'm like, "That's your dad." Your dad speaks like this. What was the line, Joe? The main
The legend. A
yeah
legend becomes a legend after he kills the legend.
yeah no, what was the other one? It's about being the hunter should be the only one. Humans should be the only one that should be feared, something like that. Y'all let us know in the comment. I can't quite
Yeah.
remember, but they said it a lot. So at the end, he says it too in a note, and then like, I always loved you because you was always the most like me. And then I have a gift for you, and it's like the lion's mane. He just puts it on.
Yeah.
I thought you were protecting animals this whole time. How the fuck you put
Man,
animal clothes?
I thought Android 17 was being Android 17 for a second. Now he's not.
And then he puts his hand on this thing and did the lion pose with like the mantle of this lion who he hated his father for killing. They tried to maul him. I'm like, okay.
He showed him his skull, and that wasn't enough. Let's make him a old Navy tech vest out of it too.
Yeah, I'm like, didn't you fight your father for killing this lion? Now you gonna wear the lion's mane? And now I'm assuming he's a bad guy now.
I can't even. I'm not even getting into what Sony thinks they're doing with anybody's lore. I'm not getting into that. I'm not doing it.
By the way, this was not Kraven. This was Tarzan with a rich father.
It was Pocahontas Stroganoff. That's what I say. Because what are we doing here? Like what? Like I gave all movies a chance, but this dude was so far from the Craven that we know that like I couldn't even give it an opportunity.
We don't even know who he was because he just was doing random shit. Like I didn't know if he was fighting for animals. I didn't know if he was just fighting bad guys because they were doing bad things.
We're just never gonna know. Like that's where that like what is his motive? Like
Why does Calypso know all these evil people and why she didn't have her powers yet? And why she didn't drink the syrup to get her powers? And was she like a tiger woman?
I'm telling you, this movie was. Let's not. Let's just not. Calypso, comic book character. Just an overview. She's a supervillain.
Yes, all these people in this movie.
Who is Kraven's love interest? Calypso, Azil, a voodoo priestess, and Kraven's love interest.
She's a lawyer in this
What
movie.
are her powers? Her powers are use of potions with different effects, resurrection, and mind control.
They did give it a resurrection power with her potion.
I mean, but you know what? The only people that in this movie in regards to acting that needed help was Calypso, because she's a bad actress.
I was trying not to say it when I was saying her voice just be odd.
Wait,
Like,
what did we do? How did we do this? Craven, you are important to me. She did a bad job, man. And it's not a black and white thing. It's like this.
I just want no.
Black and white,
It ain't even
good
black and
enough.
white with me. I was just she just fine as hell.
That was it.
She was fine as hell.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like,
I was thinking maybe it wasn't her voice because maybe she don't speak English.
that's possible because they
So
maybe had to
did
do a
not sound like
voiceover
her.
because it's like her lines were not parallel to what I would think somebody speaking. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, I think she couldn't speak English, which is a weird choice to. Because I promise you, or she's new to English and she just starts speaking it. That's what foreigners do when they first learn English. Do speak like that. But
So
that's
why?
not. But that's not good for a movie. I'm sorry.
There's millions of mixed girls that they could have hired for this that speak perfectly good English.
Maybe they want her to be African, but I'm like, but she did. She's her younger self spelled way better. Well, did she speak English? I don't remember. Was it just all subtitle? You could have did subtitle. Kraven spoke 4 languages. It was all right. She could have just spoken. But I guess she lived in London, so she had to speak English.
Apparently, Calypso is a secret boss in Spider-Man 2.
Yes, Calypso's.
PlayStation 2 version.
She's not that well known. Chameleon more known.
Who that is?
That's
Yeah,
but
Calypso. I mean, Chameleon. With Chameleon, it was like, I remember him from
why
this.
was Rhino in this movie?
That was a bad Rhino,
I'm
and
like,
he
why?
sucked.
I'm like, why is Rhino so soft? Like, did you try to make me feel bad because his dad said I can give you
If y'all gonna
money?
do CGI with somebody, like do the real, like go full force with the, the whole thing.
Listen, I make fun of the New Hulk version, but the New Hulk version, he just too much look like the actress, and I make fun of it. But it's not bad. That Rhino, I didn't really hate it. I just hated the actor who, because I'm like Rhino has never been this snivelly though. Like this dude, like I want people to believe in me. I'm like, no, that's not Rhino. I know that's not comic book accurate because you got a Tarzan like Kraven, but no, we don't want this Rhino. And then he kills him. I'm like, who's Spider-Man gonna fight? We like Rhino and Spider-Man. Oh, whoa, no.
I mean, he was stupid. He only had one move.
All he did was like run at people.
He was Juggernaut.
He was Juggernaut. He wasn't even Rhino. And Juggernaut, like independent, like he can't die basically because he got a god with him, so it makes more sense. Like all Kraven had to do was like hit him in the spine where the little juice was going in to make him normal. I'm like, oh, so his heart, he just on this little pump just made him like, no. This movie had a lot wrong with it. As Patrick said, perfect movie. I'm like, ain't no way Patrick saw this movie and thought perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't bad as I thought it was. Like I put a parlay on 1.5. The parlay was 1.5. I put it on 1. So I would have lost a bit. But it was just a 2. It wasn't much better.
The fence sitter is back, alive and well.
The parlay.
No, I mean it's just like for real. I went
Sure?
like check out my TikTok, Uniqo Uniqo Williams on TikTok. I literally left that movie and went to go watch the end of Moana 2. So
Your boy seemed to like it, Joe. What do you like about it?
about what?
Kraven.
It was kind of cool, but it wasn't.
Oh, so that's how you felt about it?
Yeah, like it was kind of cool, but it wasn't. But like they went so far away from the actual character that like I couldn't respect it as like any type of, because like even with Joker too, like dude's crazy, so he does have sing-alongs and musicals in his head. That kind of makes sense. But this what we just watched, I can't do it.
To be fair, I don't even know what his character was. It just random. He was just
like, hey brother, hi brother. Like he was such a nice guy. That's not Kraven. Kraven's not a nice guy.
I'm sitting there watching this movie and I'm like, what does he want? Like,
What is your motivation?
How did he find Calypso and couldn't find nobody else? Because she gave him a card. How the hell you find a card? No one told you her name. Nobody knew it unless like if you he like I'm the best. I could track anybody because I'm the best hunter there is. But I need your help to hunt people. I said what? What? Joe, did that make sense? He told this woman straight up. Joe, did he not tell this woman, I'm the best hunter ever I could find anybody, but I need your help finding people I can't find?
Yeah, so I mean,
wait, you're not the best hunter. You stupid. What? Why was Calypso in this? I guess she's a love interest, and they didn't even make it like a love interest. She was just here. She gave him a potion to make him great. I'm like, all right. Then he had like Spider-Man powers and shit.
he had a lot of things, and like he just automatically knew that he could crawl and, you know what I'm saying, go into a what do you call it, a stalker kind of like movements. He just automatically knew how to be like an animal. So like I said, Pocahontas, Stroganoff, we're not worried about nothing that he was doing. Period.
I think one time they left his brother's fingers on after he cut
No,
out.
we just went past that. I was like, what are we doing?
I'm like, he got 5 fingers. Where's his thing at after a while? I get it when
His dad wasn't gonna pay $20 million to get out. Like man, get out of here, man.
Well, his dad he planned it. He sent the information to Rhino, And Rhino never questioned it. And then Rhino knew it the whole time. He like, who you think sent it to me? I'm like, the dude you beefing with? Does this not seem like a setup to you, Rhino? The guy you're beefing with at the current moment, sent you tape of him. Like, oh, this is not a setup for Kraven to kill me.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, is everybody stupid in this movie?
Yeah, everybody is stupid in that movie.
Like, if he never said he didn't know who sent it, I'd have been cool. And then Kraven and Dimitri figured it out. But he like, who do you think it was? Like, so you knew that the man that you've been beefing with for like months, for years. You've been beefing. You've been at war with the dude for years. Just happened to send you this tape,
Exactly.
and you just gonna go with it. Like, okay,
that's how it works. That's what you do.
I guess you had to do it for plot because there wouldn't be no plot if you didn't do that.
Like, why would you not do anything unless it was for plot? You know what I'm saying?
Why would I randomly take on this job that my enemy sends me, knowing that he killed me?
Because
Well, Kraven was really dangerous. He has a list. How the fuck do y'all know he has a list when he doesn't live? He lives in nature. How the fuck y'all get this list?
oh shit, you're right.
He has a list and my name was on it. How the hell do you know this? He didn't give the list to his dad. There's no list. You have not seen the list.
He doesn't know about, like, there's not, and also there's not a list. So
He did. And by the way, the book he took was from Old Boy. So unless y'all knew that he took the list from Old Boy, but at the beginning, but at that point in the movie, they just told you he killed Old Boy.
yeah,
They didn't tell you he took a list from him. So how would you know? Like, did you? I don't think y'all thought that. I agree with one of my favorite reviewers. It felt like they threw the script out of this movie and just said, "We do it as we go."
I mean, that's what I would say is how that came to fruition.
Let's not think through this. I don't know. This movie had too many problems. I felt like it could have been good if they focused, but this movie was just everywhere.
It was definitely
I didn't know if Calypso was British, African, American. I didn't know.
British, African. She looked like a regular old Brooklyn nigga to me. So I don't.
I don't know who was who. Dimitri was the only consistent person, and Russell Crowe looked like he was bored. Russell Crowe still Russell Crowe, even bored, but
I mean, that's
like he like but, I'm here for a chick.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he got a big payday out of that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm here for a chick. Something like I can't hate, but this movie. If y'all watch this movie, I'm pretty sure nobody watching this movie. But if y'all do want to see a review, we did it. Uniqo didn't laugh. Look, this how Joe found in the movie. Talking about the movie the same way. I don't have nothing.
No, you can find me Uniqo UNIQO Williams on everything. Pull up, except there's no O if you want to go to my actual website. So it's just Unique Williams, but definitely Uniqo Williams. Like, holla at me, man. I can go live on TikTok, so we're gonna play some video games on that too.
Let's go and be here every day. Every day we got a video coming out. Yesterday we did the non-spoiler review with a bunch of other stuff talking about Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get into Jamie Foxx and him getting in a fight on his birthday, but that was interesting. But we also got into like the Jay-Z happenings and the Game Awards. If y'all interested in stuff like that, you can follow over on that anime channel, gaming channel. Uniqo be over there on the gaming channel, so you can go watch that. I don't know if he has a Twitch or not, but he will be on TikTok.
You have a Twitch? It's a thing.
But he'll be on his TikTok, all that stuff. And like I said, tomorrow video, I will probably talk about Travis Hunter and how this case is. My brother sound like he don't know better. And when I hear every man from every type of man be like, yo, this don't seem right, might need to listen, my boy. So make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that. Peace.